This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Super. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining the session. Just one small request before we start the session, guys. Please make sure for all the upcoming sessions you join on time. Okay. Your dedication shows the way that you're joining on time. Okay. So please make sure you join on time and don't let others in the session wait for you like this. Please try to be on time. Okay. Now, this is day one session of Feb 2025 batch. So, we'll kickstart with a small introduction about PEGA and BPM, like we have done in the demo session, because some of you were not a part of the demo. Okay, so we'll just kickstart with that. What is PEGA? What is BPM? Where do we use PEGA? The various versions of PEGA and all. And then we'll jump into the actual agenda for the batch. Okay. Um yeah, before I talk about it, let's again discuss about what is going to be covered as a part of the training, the timings, what you will get as a part of the training and all. So this training covers CSA and CSSA content. So what is CSA and CSSA? CSA means Certified System Architect. PEGA developers are called as system architects. Okay, so we call PEGA developers as system architects. Now, what is CSSA? Certified Senior System Architect means a senior person in the PEGA dev team. So, what are these two then? These two are certifications in PEGA. So, just like how you have Java certifications, Oracle certifications, similarly, PEGA has some certifications like CSA, WSA, LSA, CPDC. Like this, we have multiple certifications in PEGA. So the one for developers are CSA, WSA, and LSA. So CSA is expected from a beginner, CWSA is expected from a senior, LSA is expected from the lead systems. I mean, like lead people should do LSA, lead system architect certification. So this training aims at CSA and CWSA, which means I'm going to cover everything that is required for a developer till maximum 8 years of experience in PEGA, whatever we work in day to day life. Okay, till max 8 years of experience, whatever we do in day to day life will be covered as a part of the training. Okay, so which includes not only about the PEGA tool, we also talk about various other tools that we use in real time. Like maybe I'll be talking about how we do CI/CD. I'll be talking about the Scrum meetings, the story pointing stuff. How we use this Bitbucket and Ansible and all. I mean, like just a glimpse of all these things I'm going to cover, so that when you project yourself as a 8 years or a 5 years or a 4 years experienced person in the resume, you will be aware of all the things that a dev team does in day to day life. Okay, so you'll also get to know what are the various teams, like what is the responsibility of dev team, what is the responsibility of production support, apps team, engineering team, DBA. So what exactly the role of every team, everything, all the things will be covered as a part of the training. So not just only the content CSA and CWSA, but all of these mentioned will be covered in the training. Now, what is the training duration? Generally my trainings are only for 3 months, but from this batch it will be 3.5 months to 4 months. The reason being that generally we teach only one version per batch, but this batch I had to teach 8.1 and 24 version. Why two versions? The reason is, starting from 8.8 version of PEGA, they are not giving PEGA personal edition, means the software that you can install on your laptop and practice is no longer being given. So if somebody wants to practice, they have to go to the official website of PEGA, which is pega.com, and there you will find something called as My Trials, and there you have to practice. Then what is the problem with practicing there? The problem is you can use that cloud instance of PEGA for practice only for 30 days. So what after 30 days? Again, create a new account and use it. What if I didn't take a backup of my code? You will lose the content. Whatever you have done till now will be lost. And the other disadvantage is you don't have access to the backend. I mean, like, you can't see the database, you can't see the servers, you can't see the logs. There are many things which are not accessible to you because it's not on your machine. So, due to like that various reasons, you being beginners or freshers, I want to start with 8.x version. And then towards the end of the training, we have an app called as Nikhila Trainings. I'll share you the app link, okay, of both iOS and Android. Please install the app. In the app, I'll be posting PEGA 24 videos, like a small POC I'll do, and I'll post the videos. You can watch and practice after 8.7 training is completed. Okay, so that is the reason we'll do 8.7 followed by that 24. Now, what projects or hands-on you're going to do as a part of the training? So we will do one project which is of United Health Groups, which is a healthcare health insurance application. So which is my real-time application of UHG company. And the other one is from Standard Chartered Bank. It's a banking claims processing application, which is a banking application. Okay, so these two are primarily going to be covered as a part of the training. Now, claims will be taught to you in the class as a classwork. So, I will show you how to do, what to do, where to do. I will give you screenshots, I'll give you recording, you will practice it. Now, healthcare is purely a homework. I will give you the requirement, you have to do it. And every Sunday, there will be a screen share. Randomly, I'll pick the person and I'll ask them to show whatever homework they have completed so far. So I keep reviewing whether you are on track or not. Now, if everything goes well, if you are able to perform everything well, there'll be a third project which is just a replica of Paytm application, the Paytm application which you use in day-to-day life. So Paytm will be conducted as a practical exam. Okay. So this happens if and only if all of you are able to practice both the projects. We can go for a practical Paytm exam and you can build it. So this way you will do, and both the projects we are going to do from the scratch till, as I told you, maximum 8 years of experience. Whatever we do in day-to-day life, we will be covering as a part of the training. All the generic things that we do will be covered. Okay. Now, then coming to interview coaching, the most important thing. So we will have mock interviews, sometimes once in a week, sometimes once in 2 weeks, depending upon the course content. I mean, like, if the topic is lengthy, maybe we'll take, once in 2 weeks we'll have a mock. Guys, somebody is not on mute, please go on mute. Varma, you're not on mute, please go on mute. Okay, so we'll have mock interviews almost once in a week or once in 2 weeks. Now, I will share you interview call recordings which I have attended for more than 30 companies, which I have attended and cleared. Okay, those are my interview call recordings I'm going to share with you. So if you attend or if you listen at least 10 to 15 of them, you should be strong enough to crack the interviews on your own without opting for any PEGA proxy. Okay, and topic wise interview coaching will be given to you on the same day when a particular topic is being taught to you. So you will be mostly aware of the interview questions, and the mock interview will be an add-on to it. And the interview call recordings should 100% make sure that you are in a position to crack the interviews. Okay. Now session recordings. Session recordings are accessible for 8 months from the batch start date. And if you need extended access, you can pay and take that. What about the payment and all? Let's discuss offline, not over here. Okay, and what else? Hmm. So this is about the training program, guys. Any questions so far? Okay. Now, One benefit that you get with this group mock interviews is, guys, when I ask a question to X person, even Y person gets an opportunity to listen the question, what mistake he's made, what correction I did, all those things you get to know. So whenever there's a mock interview, please try to be active in the session because you get to know from others' mistakes. Similarly, if you're stuck anywhere while practicing, okay, you can always do a screenshot in the session. And if you're stuck anywhere while practicing when when there is no session, okay, you can always post in the group. I or my team will be always there to assist you. And I always encourage people in the group to interact with each other and resolve each other's issues, because you learn by resolving the mistakes of others. Okay, so try to be an active person in the group and resolve each other's issues. Okay, if no questions, we'll just jump into introduction about PEGA and BPM, which was already discussed in the demo. But we'll start with a quick recap because this is day one, right? Now, what exactly is PEGA? PEGA is basically a software or a tool. It's a tool, okay? What is Java? Language. C, language, right? What is PEGA? It's a tool. PEGA is a tool, it's not a language. Now, what do you do with PEGA? We build web applications as well as mobile applications. Yes, we build mobile applications also with Pega. So web apps and mobile apps. Now what is a web app? Anything which is on the internet, anything which is on the web. Okay, not on internet, on the web. Like let's say for example hdfc.com, citibank.com or amazon.in. What are all these? These are all websites, web applications. An application which is on the web. Now, mobile apps. Don't you have a mobile app for HDFC, Citibank, Amazon, Myntra, Swiggy, Blinkit? All these are mobile apps. So, using Pega, we can build web apps and mobile apps. Okay. Now, why Pega? We have Java, we have .NET, we have SAP, we have many other tools and technologies in the market. Why Pega? The major reason why we go Pega for Pega is it's a low coding or a no coding tool. So why is Pega building a no coding tool? The goal of Pega is they want to deliver the product into the market at the earliest possible. So if you want to build something at the earliest possible, it should take less amount of time for building. When will it take less amount of time? When everything is ready, when everything is built in. Okay, it's like let's talk in layman terms. So let's say if you're making some food, okay, if you build it from the scratch, maybe biryani or something you're doing, if you build it from the scratch, it will take certain amount of time for you. Whereas if you take some instant mix and you do it, you are reducing the time. Maybe something which takes 1 hour for you, you are doing it in 15 minutes because you have everything built in or you have everything instant available. Same thing with Pega. Pega has everything readily available. What do you mean by everything readily available? Like, let's say if I want to build a login screen, okay, where I ask you username, password, and a button. Okay, so if this login screen okay, I'm doing in Java or HTML. So this is the code I will write. You can see like this. This is the amount of code I need to write to build a login screen. This many lines. Maybe approximately 30 lines of code I need to write. So for this, I need a skillful resource, a person who is skilled at coding I need. Second thing, he will take some time to write this, right? Maybe at least 1 hour or 2 hours to do this. Okay. Then third thing, maybe he forgot to give a tag or maybe he forgot codes or maybe he gave something wrong. So bugs will come, defects will come. So he will be debugging it. Oh, why it is not working? He will take some time to debug. He has to go through all these 30 to 40 lines of code to debug, then fix it, then make it work. So that's how traditional languages work and traditional developers work. Now, when you go with Pega, this is my Pega Dev Studio, means place where Pega developers work. When I go with Pega, everything is built in for me. You will learn about all these navigations in the later sessions. Please do not worry about them. just I haven't used my application for quite a while, so it is taking time. Okay. Okay, so if I want to build a similar login screen in Pega, what do I need? I just need two text boxes, one for username, one for password, and a button, right? So you go over here. You can see there's something called as text box. This drag and drop. You need to put it like this. Okay. I'm not pulling it now. Okay. You can see I have pulled one. So go and pull the other one. Okay. And you need a button. Just go over here. Take it. So, within fraction of a minute, I was able to build a login screen without any defects, no debugging, nothing involved. Just some look and feel if I want to improve, like I want the button in blue color, orange color, I want a small text box, something like that, you can fix them. You can just go to the settings of each cell and you can fix them. So the amount of time that takes for me to make development in Pega is very less. So Pega claims that their applications are 12 to 18 times faster, okay, when compared to an application built in Java or .NET or something like that. Okay, so that is the reason we are going for Pega, because it's a no coding or a low coding tool. Now looking at this, don't think that Pega is pretty easy. Okay, from UI point of view, we do all drag and drops. Now how about the functionality? If you want to do some validation, or if you want to transfer data from one page to another page and all those things, we have to learn some functions and methods which are built in Pega. Okay, so every Pega application, when you're building, we write some code in the sense, not like you write in Java and HTML and all that. No, we need to learn these functions. So we have functions like this. Generally in day-to-day life, we maximum use 15 functions. So 15 to 20 functions, if you learn, that's it. It is more than enough to work in day-to-day life. Okay, so you need to learn how to use that function, and that's it. That's how we build applications in Pega. So it's pretty simple when compared to any other development tool or language which is available in the market. Okay. Now Pega comes under BPM. We call it, like, Pega is called as a BPM tool. So we have different types of tools in the market, guys. BPM, CRM, ERP. Like this, we have different types of tools. Now what are these types? So it is just like if you talk in real world, we have different religions, right? Hindu, Muslim, Christianity, we have different types of religions. So how do you say like a person belongs to a religion? Depending upon the spiritual practices you follow, you come under a specific religion. The same way, BPM is a methodology. Now why is Pega coming under BPM? Because Pega follows the BPM standards, BPM's practices. Whatever is defined by BPM, Pega follows that. So Pega is called as a BPM tool. Now what are those practices or standards that BPM suggests? According to BPM, the application is completely driven by the workflows. Okay, so when you build any application, generally, if you take any application in Java, okay, let's see how Java is. Generally, when you take any application in Java, how they work is one function will be calling another function, that function calls a third function. That is how it works. Okay, so we start with function 1 calls function 2 calls function 3. That's how Java works. A similar case with .NET. How about Pega? In Pega, we are completely driven by workflows. Means we draw diagrams like this. See, we draw diagrams like this. Okay. So what is the importance of this diagram? This diagram tells you the end-to-end navigation of the application. Okay. A person who comes to my application will start here. Then whatever screen you have kept, that will execute. Then whatever screen you kept here, this will execute. Then this and this, finally, like that. Okay, you can put code in this, you can put screens in this. Okay, various things will be putting, which you will be learning in the later sessions. What is the importance of each shape, XYZ, will you learn. For now, just assume that in Pega, the first thing that we do is we build the workflows. Okay, suppose here I put the login screen. Okay, here I will put the validation. Is the username and password matching or not? If the username and password is matching, allow him to log in inside. If it is not matching, throw an error on the screen. So like that, you will be designing the flow first. On the flow only you will call your screens, your functions, your methods, your validations. Everything will be triggered on the flows itself. Okay, so like this, you can see there are various flows. Okay, and all these shapes are predefined. Okay, so Pega gives you a bunch of shapes. You have to use them. You can't design or customize the shapes. No, I don't like the color of the shape, I don't like the shape, structure of the shape. No, you can't design your own shapes, it's not possible. Pega gives you some inbuilt shapes, you have to use them, you have to build using them, that's it. Okay, so we learn all that. So basic thing that you need to understand is Pega is a BPM tool, and one common thing that all BPM tools have is like we are flow driven. Okay, we are completely driven by the workflows. And we'll see about BPM capabilities in the next slide. Now, as I told you, please, Pega is not a language, guys. It's a tool which is built using Java. Please note, I said it's a tool built using Java. Means Pega is a product which was built by Java developers. So tomorrow, if my client asks me something which I'm not able to achieve using Pega, okay, then what should I do? I have to write in Java. Okay, you have to customize it using Java. But don't worry, 95% of the times we have everything to be done in Pega only. Now you need not go and learn Java and do some customization Pega. It's not required. Okay, 95% of the times we do everything using the existing features in Pega only. Just in case if you land up in a scenario where it is not achievable through Pega, we raise a ticket to Pega systems. We call them as SRs, service request. Then Pega systems will jump in and they will give you that custom Java code or HTML code, whatever is required to achieve your requirement, they will give you. They will help you in achieving it. Okay. So generally, you Pega developers need not learn Java and do all that, but it is good if you know Java. If you know Java, it is good. Otherwise, it's not required to go and learn Java now. But remember that Pega is a tool which is built using Java. So in the backend, it's purely on Java. So let's say, for example, let's take some Pegas. Okay, you have just one step here. Okay, we are using some method and we are doing something, right? Now, if you just say view Java, you can see the backend Java code that got generated. Note, you can only see. Okay, you can't edit and do anything with this. Just to see, you can see like this. Just to see. And it is even not required for us to see this. We don't see this, just showing you. Now backend the Java code gets generated like this in Pega applications. Okay, so Pega is a tool which is built using Java. Any questions so far, guys? Okay.
Nikhila, I joined a little bit late. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Gandhi, you are audible.
Yeah. So, did you go through the syllabus, the topics of what are the things we going to cover as part of this one? No.
No, I'm yet to display that. I'll be showing that.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay, now, so what do we do in Pega? We build an end-to-end application in Pega. Okay, we draw the flows, we do validations, we execute the. Guys, please go on mute if you do not have any questions. Okay, so we store data, we retrieve data from the DB tables. We do integration. Integration means connecting to other systems. Like, say, for example, you're working on Amazon. When you're placing an order, Amazon needs to interact with Google Pay, Phone Pay, or your internet banking and make the fund transfer. So that particular thing is called as integration. Integration means two applications talking to each other. Okay, or let's say you're on GoIbibo website. Now GoIbibo has to get the information about SpiceJet, Indigo, and all that. So they are integrating, they are interacting. So integration means two applications talking to each other and exchanging information. So in Pega, we do integrations, we can do reporting, okay, we can do version controlling, deployments. So those who are not aware of version controlling and deployment, please ignore that. You will be learning it in the later sessions. Okay, so what I want to do is one end-to-end application we can build on Pega without relying on any other external tools. Okay, generally if you take Java, we need some external deployment tools for deploying the code. We need some external tools for version controlling. So that is not the case with Pega. We have everything built in. Okay, now what type of applications do we build on Pega? Generally we build web applications and mobile applications on Pega. Okay, and most of the Pega's applications are intranet applications. They are not internet. Internet means which is available on the internet anywhere and everywhere. Let's say, for example, Amazon.in. When I'm at home, I can click Amazon.in and I can purchase a product. Okay, when I'm at office, I can click on Amazon.in and purchase a product. When I'm at my, maybe when I went to my hometown, I went to my friend's place, wherever I am, I can access that, which means this website is on the internet. Now, intranet means those applications are available only within a specific network. Like, say, for example, application used by the clerk of a bank to process your loan, or application used by the employee of a bank to process your NEFT or RTGS or IMPS fund transactions, or the app that is used by IRCTC employee to process your Tatkal ticket. So these kind of apps, they can access only when they are in the company network. When they are using their personal laptop and sitting at home, they can't use them. Okay, only when they're within the company network they can use them. So such applications are called as intranet applications, means applications which are used within the company network. See, you use IRCTC website to book Tatkal, but when you go to railway station, a different application is used by the employee of the railways to book Tatkal ticket. That is an intranet application. Your application is internet. Okay, similarly, you use HDFC website to make a fund transfer, but when you visit the bank, okay, and you ask them to make a big amount transfer using RTGS, so they use a different application to process it, that is intranet. Okay, whatever you use are internet, whatever they are using are intranet. So generally we use Pega to build intranet applications. It doesn't mean that Pega cannot be used for internet. No, Pega can be used for internet. You need to know this. Pega can be used for internet, okay, but the thing is, in the intranet we have a lot to do, so that is the reason we use Pega for intranet. Look at this, your booking.com website, okay, is built on Pega. Booking.com is internet application, right? Internet applications are also built on Pega, but just the thing that you need to know is Pega is generally used for intranet. Okay, otherwise it can be used for internet as well. Now, why is Pega more on the intranet applications? See, in the backend, we drive more business than on the front end applications. I mean, like, let's say, for example, I have hdfc.com website where my users can log in, make a fund transfer, check their bank statement, okay, request for a checkbook, and all that. That's a bare minimum, a small application. Now, when I go to the bank premises, they use applications for processing your loan, for checking your CIBL score, for calculating your EMIs, for closing your loans, for closing your accounts, for opening new accounts. Okay, that applications are more important for the bank. They drive the major business for me. okay, than the small hdfc.com website which you use just to make a fund transfer or request a statement and all that. So the backend applications actually drive more business, or they handle more data. So those applications are important. So there I need some expensive tools which can make the life easy. Okay, so that is the reason we use Pega over there than on a front end application that is used by the end users. Because this hdfc.com or on all these things, I can even build using some open source tools, or using some tools or languages which are little cheaper when compared to Pega. But whereas this backend where we drive more business, I need a tool or a application which is very effective, okay, which is more scalable. Means today I launched my bank in India, tomorrow I wanted to put it in US, UK and different other countries. So I want the application to be more scalable, should be able to handle lakhs and lakhs of customers, should not be any downtime. So you want a very good project. So we have to use some costly tools which are more scalable, flexible, which have more capabilities and all. So in those areas we use Pega. Okay, because Pega being a very expensive tool, we try to use it in the backend where most of the operations take place, not in the small front end applications. Okay, but as I told you, we can use it on both the sides, but just see how much business or how much return on investment you are getting. Okay, that's how we use it. Why Pega? I have already covered it in the demo. It's hugely automated, guys. In Pega, we have chatbot, we have chat gpt, we use chat gpt, we use gen ai. Okay, Pega has lot of frameworks, Pega has lot of automated stuff. So building applications in Pega is quite easy for us, and they are more flexible and scalable. That is the reason we are all moving towards Pega nowadays. Because let's say, for example, a Java developer takes an year to build a project. Pega developers can do it in 2 to 3 months, which doesn't have much bugs, which are more scalable and flexible, with less number of resources and in less amount of time. So that's the reason people are moving towards Pega, because we want to get into the market first before our competitors, right? So that's the reason people are moving towards Pega. So this is all the industries where Pega is being used. Okay, so Pega has its own rules engine. Pega is a BPM tool, as I told you. Pega is CRM. Okay, in Pega we do predictive analysis, means system itself will be able to take the decisions. Like you go to an application, you enter, for this surgery I want claim, this is my insurance ID. So system, based on the data fed, system itself will be able to say whether you get the insurance or not. It will, so predictive analysis it can do. Pega has its cloud, Pega has UI, so whatnot, it has everything. Okay, so any questions so far, guys? Anybody has any questions so far?
No, no questions.
Okay, super. So there's a question in the chat: are the mock interviews for experience level? Rajesh, if you listen to my interview call recordings, okay, starting from 3 years to 8 years, the questions are almost the same. Okay, see, as the years are passing, when I started my trainings in 2012, okay, so there used to be a distinguish between a 2 years, 3 year experienced guy and a 5 years or an 8 years experienced guy. But now the number of Pega developers are increasing in the market. The competition is very high. Okay, so now the scrutiny has become so tough that even from a 3 years candidate, they'll ask you what is SOAP, what is REST, what is listener, and all that. So almost from 3 to 8 years, the questions are remaining the same. Okay, so in the interview call recordings I share you, you can see, different experience levels. The recordings are there, but you can see the questions almost remain the same. 80% they remain the same. Okay, so nowadays they're not putting any distinguish between junior and a senior. Expectation is almost remaining the same because of the huge competition in the market. So these mock interviews will be covering 3 to 8 years. Whatever questions are generally being asked in the market, we are covering in the mocks. Same you can see in the call recordings as well. Yes, they will be scenario based and they'll be straightforward theoretical questions. Both will be there. Yeah, Ratna, you have some question?
Hi, Nikhila. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, I have a small thing. You told me that interview questions. How can you cover the topic wise interview questions in the sessions?
Why, how can I cover it means? So today you are talking about soap integration. Once the topic is completed, the next session starting, we'll ask you questions on soap level. So that's how it is.
Okay, okay.
And
And
generally, all the mock interviews, we do on all the topics completed till day. So if you have completed 5 topics till day, on all the 5 topics I can ask. So that's because you need not forget the previously completed topics, right? So every
okay,
mock interview is a combination of questions from all the topics done till that day.
okay. Yeah, one more thing. You told me that nowadays industry standards PEGA is very good technology, but some companies are suddenly ramped down the some projects. What is the reason?
Did they only ramp down Pega? No, right? We have recession from last 2 to 3 years. Thousands
Okay,
and thousands of employees are being removed. So there are various reasons. It's not just only Pega, right? All the technologies are getting affected. All the companies are getting affected.
yeah. Okay, okay.
Okay,
Thanks,
and
Nikhila.
the other thing is like, if the project is too small, okay, and they
Yeah,
don't need many resources, but it's a maintenance project, okay, you don't need
okay.
5 developers, maybe you can do it with 2 developers. So in the recession they'll ramp down, which is expected. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yes,
so
yes.
that happens with any technology, any company.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah,
Nikhila.
Vivek,
Thanks.
you have some questions?
Yeah, yeah, Nikhila. One thing is like, suppose if we have experience in Java or
Mhm.
Python, who is a core developer, but to explore and test how this low code or no code technologies, and it is having a good competency in the market. Is it would be easy, like who doesn't have any direct experience on this? Is it good to learn this new technologies, or
See,
if we have any? Yeah.
it's 100% yes. First thing is like, if you're in the IT industry, you need to learn the trending tools in the market to make yourself sustain in the industry. Even a 15-year 20-year guy had to learn the new or the upcoming tools, because if you want to sustain in the industry, you have to prove that you're skillful. If you're not skillful, you will not find any opportunities in the market. So that is one reason. Second reason is, guys, Pega is introduced as a subject in the universities from a very long time, maybe from more than 7 years. It's a subject in the universities. So we, recruitment team, we go to colleges, we recruit Pega freshers. So they are freshers, man. We are training Pega to a university graduate. So of course, yes, you guys can learn Pega and expert it, and you should also, because you have to be skillful. So you need to learn and explore things so that you project yourself as a skillful resource in the team or in the company. Otherwise, why would they pay you, right?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Gandhi, you have something?
Yeah, actually, in the same direction, my question towards the technology part. So currently, I see some of the business area. They, instead of a Pega, they are moving towards Salesforce and all. So my question is towards in the 2025 AI industry coming up. If you learn this Pega technology as a new, we are spending time, money, and everything. And after that, if something changes from Pega to something like Salesforce AI, something comes up, So in that case, just I'm thinking whether we need to touch up this technology, is this a correct time to kind of grow or
Okay.
not? Those kind of
Is Pega
lazy
okay? First thing you need
questions.
to know is, Pega is not a tool which came up in the last 1 decade or last 5 years. Pega is in the market since 1982. So
Mhm.
it's more than 35 years old, or it's close to 40 years old technology. So if it has sustained 4 decades, why are you worried? Right? It
Okay.
has seen a
Okay.
lot of ups and downs. Other thing is like Pega 24 has Gen AI. So it is already inculcating the latest trending things in the IT industry.
Okay.
Okay. So Pega,
Okay.
we use chatbot, we use chat GPT, we have RPA, we do machine learning in Pega. So Pega has everything which is trending in the industry right now. So which shows we have good life and scope. And also in my demo in the last session, I have shown you who are the clients of Pega. Okay, looking at the clients of Pega, you should understand that the client base is very huge, which means
Okay.
Pega is doing something good because they can't just jump. If you're seeing, like, let's just a second, let me see if some um look at the client base. Okay, so if they can't just simply, let's say for example, Bank of America is using Pega, or Standard Chartered Bank is using Pega. Suddenly they can't shift to a new tool or technology because we hold a huge client base. So it's not so easy. So if all these companies are using Pega, it means it has some more life and scope.
Yeah, yeah, I got it. Actually, I'm in the Pega like multiple years as a
Mm.
QA person, not the
I
code
totally
developer.
understand because many tools and technologies came into the market,
So
and they just vanished within no time. Hmm.
this Blue Cross Blue Shield, I was in Pega for like 8 years actually as a QA person.
Oh, okay, okay, good, good, good. Okay, so you can check this video in my demo, guys, or you can even just type like this pega.com/customers, and you will see this was a video captured last year. Maybe this year it might have even increased. You can even check the Pega stock market, it is increasing. Okay, that shows it is still good in the industry right now. Even stock market decides their future, so you can even keep checking that one.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, okay, let's move ahead. So we wanted to talk about BPM, guys. Just an intro, okay? We are not going dive deep into it because you just need to know like what is BPM, because Pega comes under BPM tool, not more about it. Okay. So first thing is that, as I told you, BPM is a methodology. Okay. So certain tools come under BPM. Like Pega, we have Appian, we have Cordis, we have Lombardi, we have Tipco, we have Oracle BPM, IBM BPM. Many BPM tools are there. The common thing that comes under a BPM is workflow. So you have to draw a flow diagram. You have to put some shapes. On the shapes, you'll call all your screens, logics, and everything. That is one thing. Second thing is like in BPM, you generally, give your requirements and they complete them, and they give you an application. Okay, so based on the requirements, they should be able to auto generate the application. Auto generate the application means end to end project will not be given to you like this. Okay, so you give the requirements, they will give you a template or a base application they'll build and they'll give. Okay, so that's what Pega does. If you give all your requirements, all your things, Pega just gives you a base application or a template application with all the required, stuff it will give you. So you will see that when we start building applications, we'll do hands-on mostly from day 4 or day 5, we'll start the practicals. Okay, then you will see how whatever requirement you give, based on that, how Pega auto generates a base template application. Okay, this feature is much more enhanced in 24. In 24, Gen AI using that, they are just giving you everything and anything for a developer, that it become much more easy for a developer. We'll see all that. Now, it should have lot of automation. You saw, right? In Pega, we have lot of automations. We don't write any code. Everything is built in. Okay. It should have frameworks. Now, what is a framework? Frameworks are like, built-in applications. Let's say, for example, Pega has a lot of cab booking applications as customers. Like Uber was their customer, Ola is their customer, XYZ cab booking applications are the customers. Now, what Pega does is, Pega will take all the common functionalities of a cab booking application, and they will build a framework. And next time another booking guy comes and asks, hey, I want to use your Pega, can you give me the license so that I can use? Then he'll say, no, I already have a cab booking application framework. Why don't you buy it? So framework is nothing but a built-in application. You take it, you customize it, and you use it. It's like 60 to 70% of the code is already there. You customize and you use. So Pega also sells frameworks like that. We have CPM framework, smart dispute framework, AML framework, lot of frameworks depending upon the industry. Okay, banking frameworks, healthcare frameworks, like that. Pega sells a lot of frameworks. Now in the interviews, many times you people will get a question, did you work on smart dispute, did you work on this, that frameworks? It is 100% okay to say, no, I did not work on a framework. I have built my own framework. Okay, we build our own frameworks in the company because frameworks are expensive. Generally, some clients prefer to build their own frameworks and reuse it in their organization. So do not worry, if somebody asks, oh shit, I don't know smart dispute. No, don't worry about it. It's 100% okay, man. Okay, just tell them, no, I didn't work on any framework. We have built our own frameworks from the scratch. So it doesn't affect you in any way until and unless they are explicitly required looking for a candidate who has framework experience, then maybe you are affected. Otherwise, it's 100% okay. Okay, and architecture should be like anywhere and everywhere it should be able to work and integrate. Yes, Pega does that. So these are all the basic capabilities of a BPM tool, and because Pega has it, we call it as a BPM tool. Okay, so this is just a glimpse of BPM. Now coming to the just an intro or the history of Pega, guys. Pega was first launched in 1980s. Okay, and Alan Teffler is the CEO of Pega Systems. So we have its headquarters in US, and for people who are staying in India, you can even see Pega's office in Hyderabad and Mindspace. You'll find it, and various other locations in India. You'll find Pega offices. Okay, and initial version of Pega when it was in the market is they started with Pega 5.5. Okay, and now we have Pega 24 in the market. So then we had Pega 6, in 6 we had Pega 6.1, 6.2, SP1, SP2, SP3, so on. Then in Pega 7 we had 7.1, 7.2, 7.3 and so on. In 8 again we had till 8.8. After 8.8 they jumped to Pega 23 and 24. So there are various versions, but the current version being used in the IT industry is 8.x. X means maybe 8.1, maybe 8.5, maybe 8.7, maybe 8.8, something. Something in 8 we are currently using in the IT industry, and all of us have plans to migrate to 24. Maybe towards the end of the year we'll be all migrating. So upgrade, we'll be upgrading. Now why
So
are
the
we upgrading? Mhm.
Pega Infinity also the same, the Infinity
Infinity
means
means only like 23, 24 only, we call it as infinity.
Infinity. Okay, that's what it has, the RP and all. No?
No, RPA and all we have from a very long time. Gen AI came up from this infinity version.
Okay, okay, sure.
Okay, and as I told you, the main goal of Pega is eliminate coding. They don't want Pega developers do any kind of coding because they want to automate the things. Okay, so that it becomes easy for you Pega developers to build something and get into the market. So it even happened for us in my real time. We were planning a new project, and a .NET team and Pega team actually wanted to give a demo to the business. So Pega team, we were able to build a sample template of the application within a week, and we gave demo. The business was impressed, and we got the project. So that's how even in real time, we are able to grab more projects. More projects means more billing, right? More billing to the company, so more money. So because Pega, we can build things fast, we are able to achieve things like that. You know, just good to know, guys. Competitors of Pega, Appian, ServiceNow, and IBM BPM. Actually, Appian is a competitor, but the only problem with Appian is it's not so much scalable. I mean, like if you're handling a lot of users, or if you want to launch this business in various countries, it's not so easy for us to scale. Okay, that is the only. So small projects we can go for Appian, and Pega is like for all big projects, huge customer base. Pega is good. Any questions so far, guys? I have even shown this in the demo session. Just only few I have drafted here, guys. Very few I drafted here. You can just see that some of your dream companies are using Pega. I was a part of some of these actually. Okay. Jyoti, any questions? Lasya, any questions? Guys,
Yeah,
speak
it's
up.
fine now.
You good?
Nikhila
Okay.
till now. Yeah.
Okay, Kishore, there's a question in the chat, guys. Are they expecting CSA or CWSA for a fresher? Guys, anybody putting below 3 years of experience, CSA is sufficient. Anybody going with more than 3 years of experience, you need CWSA certification. Again, this depends upon the current market trend. So today I'm saying that statement, but let's say for example there are too many profiles coming, and there are many people below 3 years doing CWSA, then maybe your profile will not be considered. So go as per the market trend, but generally below 3 CSA is enough. But depending upon the market trend, if you need to write CWSA, write it. And one more important thing, guys, please give your certifications right away. Okay, how can you give certification without any learning? We have the certification support available. Using that, you have to give your certifications, because if you give your certifications now, by the time you go for the interviews, there will be certain amount of time old. The older the certification, the strong the proof that you're already a certified Pega, I mean, like that you're already a Pega resource. Okay, so certification date matters. So please try to give your certifications right away. Reach out to me in person, I'll guide you the things. Okay.
Nikhila,
Yes,
what is the difference between 8.x and Infinity versions?
we'll talk about it. See, those who are in the session, most of them don't even know what is there in 8.x. So how can I tell them, this existed, this is upgraded? I can't even talk about. So towards the end of the training, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about Constellation, Gen AI, Blueprint, various things are there. We'll discuss all that. Okay. So yes, course content, guys, course content you can even check on my website. Okay. Just go to my website and you can click on all courses and you can see here. Okay. I can even show you like this. This. Okay, forget about these timings. Okay, I do corporate trainings for various companies. Okay, so for corporate trainings I give this hours, because corporate training programs are generally for 5 to 7 days. Okay, for them I give this hours. It's not for you. Your training is for 3 to 3.5 months or sometimes 4 months, because we are starting 24 now. Okay, so look at the concepts. We talk about Pega and BPM. Okay, and we'll talk about studios also today, because this is day one schedule for us, and about the installation of Pega. Okay, and then about security in Pega, then architecture of Pega, inheritance, case design, flows, then UI, then version controlling, the data thing, debugging tools, backend data classes, data tables, then activities and data transfers where we write the logic. Then we go to the advanced level where you'll dive deep more into activities and data transforms, and then you'll start with data pages, SLAs, decisions, declaratives, background processing, reports, integrations, listeners, admin studio, deployment. Okay, all this will be covered in depth. Okay, you may not receive this PDF, but you can check on my website and you can ask me if you have any questions. And as I told you, we'll be even working on Pega 24 towards the end of the training.
I have a question regarding the certification. Is it
Hmm.
like, let's say I am putting 8 years of experience, but I just got certified maybe a few months back. How will that be
Yes, I
played
know
in
that this
terms
is
of?
one of the common questions that people are asking me these days. See, earlier days, the number of Pega developers are less, because so they never used to scrutinize so much, like when you are certified, and that was all not there. But now with the growing demand or the growing number of Pega developers, the scrutinize is little increasing day by day. Okay, so some companies. Okay, I said some companies. Okay, not every company is doing this. Some companies, what they do is, in the Pega official website, okay, we have an option called as verify certification. So there, if you give the first name and last name, they can see when you are certified. So they check there and they think, okay, this guy is recently certified, so he's not a true Pega resource. They will check and they may not schedule you interviews. Okay, so that is the reason I'm asking you guys to give your certifications right away, so that by the end of the training and by the time you go for the interviews, they'll be at least 5 to 6 months old. Okay, and it will be a good thing to show at least. And still, if somebody asks you why you certified only, like 6 months back, although you have an experience of 5 years or 4 years in Pega, just tell them that first thing is, like, I was cross tooled. Okay, cross tooled means in the company, from one tool to another tool they have done. So initial 1 to 2 years I was not asked to do the certification. Okay, later on, you can just say we were in COVID during in, in those days certification exam I had to go to the center and write. Now it is like an online exam, you can sit at home and write. So you can tell after that there was COVID, so I didn't get a chance to move out of my house and write the exam, and even my management didn't force me, so I was continuing it. If you're working in a client based company, you can say this, I'm like a product based company. Okay, because in product based company you don't have this billing problem. Okay, so you can say that. In case if you're working in a service based company, again the same thing, you can say you're cross tooled, and so you're working as a shadow means no billing, you're not visible to the client, so you're working as a shadow from last 2 to 3 years. So that's how it is going, and now recently you got billing and you got certified. Okay, so try to give answers like, and as I told you, not every company is going to ask this, guys. You can listen to my call recordings, actually they are all proxy call recordings, I do proxy. Okay, so from the very beginning of the interview it will be there. So not everybody is going to ask you when are you certified and all that. 80% never asked actually. So but 10% to 20% ask, and people have a fear of this. Everybody is thinking, oh my god, they're asking certification, so there is no point in no, no, no. If you listen to my call recordings, I'm giving you like more than 30, 35. See, not even 2 to 3 companies have asked me in that. Okay, so it's not like that, only few companies ask, and that too like when they have limited positions, so scrutiny is more. Whereas when they're the bulk recruitment, they will not look into the things so much.
Nikhila?
Yes, please.
So, do we need to complete CSA and CWSA both for like FI?
I told you, right? Below 3, please go for CSA. Below 3, overall experience, I'm saying, not not PEGA experience.
Okay.
Below 3, overall experience, go for CSA. Above
Okay.
3, go for CWSA as well. And it is in a sequence, guys. Okay. Some people say, Nikhila, I want to write CWSA directly. That is not possible. You have to go in a sequence. To write CWSA, CSA is a prerequisite. So you
Okay.
should go in a sequence. You can't directly jump to WSA. Okay. Now let me talk about the installation, and then we'll talk about this Pega studios and all. Guys, in your personal laptop, okay, if you want to install Pega, I'll give you the Pega software, a zip file I'll give you. Okay, I'll give you the steps to install video. Please follow the video as it is. Kindly do not rename the zip file which I shared you. Do not rename it. Do not keep it in any parent folders. Okay, create a folder called as Pega. Keep it. Don't do that. Please download the zip file. Keep it on your desktop. Install it. Then whatever zip file I gave you, you can delete it and put it in whichever drive you want. You put it. Okay, but before installing, do not rename it. Do not put it in any parent folders. Just put it on desktop and install it by following the video as it is. Any installation issues, please reach out to me right away. Okay. Now, after successful installation, you will find 3 icons like this on the desktop. Do you see this? Like this: Pega Startup, Pega Login, Pega Shutdown. I kept them in a sequence. Okay, you need to keep it in the same sequence. First Startup, then Login, then Shutdown. Again, please don't rename these also. Don't do such kind of things. Don't rename them. Okay, so just keep them in a sequence. Now, after successful installation, you will get the login screen of Pega like this, which means wow, it is installed successfully. Now, every day before you work on Pega, you have to click on Startup. Okay, so when you install Pega, actually Tomcat is getting installed, PG-SQL database is getting installed, Java JDK is getting installed, Pega getting installed. So 4 things are getting installed in the backend. Okay, you will not install everything separately. And the same zip file which I gave you, if you just keep clicking next, 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 all these 4 will be installed. Okay, now whenever you want to work on Pega, first you have to click on Startup. When you click on Startup, a black window will launch like this, and something will come like this, just logs telling that what is happening. Tomcat started, database connection established, all that will come. Just give it 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, and click on login button. When you click on login button, it will open in the browser only. Whatever is your default browser, it will open there. Okay, maybe Chrome and Edge is preferred for Pega. Don't use any other browsers. Chrome or Edge is generally preferred. So it will open in the browser. Now please do not close this back window. Okay, if you close this, it will shut down PRPs. It will shut down Tomcat. So kindly do not close this. You have to let it remain like that. Now, once you're done with your practice, you're planning to shut down your laptop. Make sure you shut down PRPC by clicking on it. If you don't do this, your PRPC will crash. Whatever project you have done till now will be lost. Okay, so please make sure a proper startup and shutdown should be done every single day. Now, how about in real time? Okay, in real time, Pega will be installed on the cloud or Pega will be installed on the servers. So, you Pega developers, what you will do? Suppose you joined a project. Okay, you came to a project. Now, what you will do? Hey, can you give me the application URL? So just ask them the URL. Okay, they will give you the URL. Just put the URL in the browser and just log in. That's it. So in real time, you will not do the startup, shutdown, and logins. Okay, because it is installed on the server machine or cloud. Okay, so you have nothing to do with those three icons in real time. In real time, just your team will give you this. Sorry, your team will give you this URL. Please hit the URL and log in and start working. And in order to get access to the application, every company follows a different way. So talk to your teammates and ask them, how can I get access to this application? So they will tell you the process. Get access to the application, log in and work. That's it. Okay, don't expect these three in real time. Don't expect you to install Pega in real time. Pega will be already installed. Everything will be given to you like this. Just you only get the URL and steps to get access. They will train you. Do it. That's it. Now here, this is your personal edition, right? So if you want to log in into Pega and explore after installing Pega, this is a default credential, guys. Okay, default credentials. Administrator at pega.com and install INSTLL. Password is case sensitive. Please give it in lowercase letters. Username is not case sensitive. Upper, lower, anything is okay. Okay. Administrator at pega.com, install, login. So you'll be able to log in and start working. Okay. Now, if you want to log off, you can just click on the log off button here, or you can even close the browser. Okay. Now, we'll start exploring about the various studios we have in Pega for today. And in the next session, we'll do the rest. Okay. Very important interview question. Once upon a time, in Pega 8, it was a famous question. And I don't think in Pega 24, they'll ask you anymore this one. Because this was introduced in Pega 8. So they used to ask us about this. Okay. Maybe by the time you get into the interviews, they will not ask you anymore about this. So what are the various studios we have in Pega? Dev Studio, App Studio, Admin Studio, Prediction Studio. What exactly is a studio? Studio means just a portal. Okay. What exactly is a portal? See, when you say Amazon.in, okay, what is this? This is a portal. What portal? User portal. Okay, users will log in into Amazon and purchase products here. So this is a portal. So same thing here. Dev Studio means it is a portal which is for developers. So this is Dev Studio. Developers can build the screens, write down logic, and do everything here. App Studio. App Studio is for managers and business analysts. Okay. So who is a business analyst? See, in real time, we have different roles in Pega. Okay. In real time, we will have different roles. We will have dev team. Okay. Dev team means they are developers, they do coding and all. Okay. We will have QA team. QA team means testers. After you code, they have to test it. Okay. They will see all possible ways, how the code can break. So they are testers. They will test the code, whether it is working or not. Then we'll have, what do you say? Let's say you'll have managers. Okay. Managers, they actually take care of the entire team. Okay. They take care of the project. They take care of the deliverables and all. Okay. Getting new requirements, all that they will take care. Managers. Okay. And entire team handling, they will take care. Then you'll have business analyst. Business analyst is a person who gets the requirements from client. Okay, so they will check with the client what is the next requirement, how to build it, where to build it, XYZ things, they will get it. That is a business analyst job. Then you will have a scrum master. Okay, so generally we work in scrum teams. We'll talk about scrum and all in the later sessions. So scrum master, so this person is whatever requirement the BA gets. Okay, scrum master will make it into small stories. Stories means requirements, we call them as stories. Okay, he will draft the stories. If you have any blockers, okay, he will try to talk to other teams and get them unblocked. Okay, they'll help you if you have any blockers. They will do the story pointing. Story pointing means how many requirements we can do in 1 month, or how many requirements we can do in 2 weeks, how many people are available, how many are going on leave. Based on the capacity we do, we will learn. I'll teach you all these things in the later sessions. So scrum master will take care of all these things. Okay, the capacity planning, basically capacity planning they will do. Okay, so like this we will have different teams in real time. Then we'll have admin team. Admin team will take care of all these installations. Okay, server maintenance, XYZ things. Then we'll have DBA team. They will take care of database stuff. Okay, so creating tables, deleting tables, adding columns, all those things they will take care. So then we'll have engineering team. Engineering team means they'll take care of all this, like suppose your Windows needs an upgrade, or your Linux needs an upgrade, or your servers have to get some patching done, XYZ, all this kind of maintenance, they will engineering team will take care. Then we'll have production support team. Just good to know, guys. Okay, because when you are having a non IT experience and you're getting into IT, you should know all these things. Who is the production support team? Okay, so dev team and QA team can only do development. Okay, if there is any issue in the production means, see, this is called as production means a website where actual users work. Okay, then where will dev team do the development? Okay, see, Pega will be installed on 4 different servers. Okay, one server is the place where dev team will be doing coding. Second server is the place where testers will test the code. Third server is the place where another level of testing will happen by business. Fourth server is the place where users will use the application like this. So dev team cannot look at the code here. They will not have access. So production support team is the only team, okay, who can check the code in production. Okay, so we'll dive deep more into this as we keep going into the training. So like this, we'll have different teams in real time. Okay, so now what I am telling is we have 4 different studios, right? Dev studio is purely for the developers. You go, you develop the project there. App studio is for business analysts and managers. Generally, business analysts and managers will not do anything here. Okay, just Pega gave you an option, like even a business analyst can build a flow here, they can build tables here, they can create users here. So some basic stuff which a non-technical person like a BA or a non-technical person like a manager can do, they gave an app studio. But no managers, no BAs are using this in real time because they have developers, right? Why will they go and do all these things? They have developers, they'll give a story to a developer, they'll ask them to do it. Okay, but Pega has given an app studio where your BA or a non-technical person can come and build workflows, operators, DB tables, and few minimal stuff they can do here. Minimal stuff. Okay, what they can do: building flows, building tables, building users, new users. They can add here. Okay, that is App Studio. Admin Studio. Administrators. Okay, looking at the logs, looking at the background jobs, looking at the listeners or backend stuff. Okay, looking at the requesters. All this backend stuff is done in the Admin Studio. Even dev team will use Admin Studio. Okay, so you will learn that. And finally, Prediction Studio is for the data scientists. Okay, it is not for us. So they will feed the data and they will do all that. It is for the data scientists, not for general Pega developers. So it is just like, this is Amazon user portal, right? Even Amazon will have a different portal for the backend team, right? So in Amazon only we'll have different portals. One Amazon for admin team, one Amazon for backend customer support representative team, one Amazon for users. Like that, only Pega also has different studios. One for dev team, one for managers and PS, one for administrators, one for data scientists. Okay, so it is good to know. Now here comes the questions, Nikhila, can we also build a custom portal for my project? Like I'm building a project for HDFC. Can I build one HDFC application for users, one HD application for HDFC clerks, one HDFC application for HDFC administrators? Of course, yes, man. We build like that. Okay. If I'm building an application for Apollo, I'll build one for the nurses, one for the doctors, one for the friend desk team, one for the admin team. So we will different portals like that. Okay, depending upon what they do we build it. Because whatever content nurse and doctor sees is different from what content a front end receptionist will see. So depending upon what they have to see, we will build portals in Pega project. Okay, similarly Pega has given you 4 different portals which are called as studios: dev, app, admin, and prediction studio. Okay. Mm, let me open that PPT. Okay, so dev studio is for the dev team to create the rules. App is purely for the non-technical people like BAs to create workflows, tables, access groups, and all. Admin is for the administrators. Prediction is for data scientists. Just in case if you encounter this question in the interviews, you need to even tell them what they do in App Studio, what they do in Admin Studio. So remember few of these things, please. Any questions so far?
Hello?
You are audible.
Yeah, Nikhila, I have a doubt.
Mhm.
Actually, I have certified in PCSA. If
Mhm.
I got double CSA, any advantage is there?
It's not double CSA, it's C double SA. As I told you, it's depending upon the experience you have to opt. If your overall IT is more than 3, please go for CWSA, Certified Senior System Architect. If your
Okay,
overall
fine.
IT experience is less than 3, go for CSA. It's a junior level certification.
Okay.
And
Okay,
somebody
thank
has
you.
asked me in the chat, do I give the software? Yes, guys, I'm going to give you the software zip file. It's in my Google Drive. I'll give you the link. You have to download it and use it.
Okay. Actually, Nikhila, can you explain the real-time projects in classes?
So as I told you, we are doing 2 real-time projects in the application. I told you, right? Both
Okay.
healthcare and claims are both real-time which are building from the scratch. Bringing my real-time application and showing is a security issue, right? I'll be out of my company if I do such things. So we
Okay.
don't show the real-time content, but we are building a replica of it, a small POC. Okay, because generally our
Okay.
real-time projects are built over years and years. They have a huge workflow, but we'll do a small replica of it. But, okay, which is sufficient for you to work or attend interviews. We'll be doing.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So just we'll do a quick recap of what we have done till. Okay, I'll just do a walkthrough as well. Sorry, I forgot to do the walkthrough. So this is Dev Studio, right? So in the Dev Studio, you can see left hand side we have something called as Explorers, Recent Explorer, Case Type Explorer, Data Type Explorer, App Explorer, Records Explorer, and Favorites. Okay, and you can collapse this, guys. You see small 2 lines in the center. Just click on this. It is collapsible like this, and again click on them. It will expand. Now, what is recent? It is just like a browser history. Whatever I have opened, I can check here. Let's say, for example, today I worked on 5 different rules. I logged off. Tomorrow I came. Array, I forgot the rule names. I'm not recollecting it. Just check in the history, man. You'll find it. That is recent, just a history. Case types, it's actually the workflows in the application. Okay. You will learn more about it when we dive deep into them. Like, let's say you're building one workflow for loans, one workflow for new account opening. So all those workflows you'll find here. Data types, you need DB tables, right, to store the data. So DB tables you'll find here. App Explorer, the actual coding, whatever functions, methods, validations, flows, whatever you do, we'll be doing here. Records Explorer, it's almost similar to app. Okay, you will see the difference. I'll teach you as we keep moving. Favorites, just like your bookmarks. How do you bookmark a website? You can bookmark a favorite rule, just like that. And this is your profile. Okay, you can see your profile, what all access you have. You can check all of them here. You'll be exploring all these things in the later sessions. And this is the place, where you can see, in certain small companies, okay, they don't use any explicit tools for creating stories and bugs. Generally, in big companies, we use some tools called as Jira, Rally. Okay, these are all tools in tools where we use to draft the requirements. Okay, so how people give you requirements in real time? So if they want to give you a requirement, actually, okay, they will give you like this. In the Jira is a tool, okay, where they will write down. See, they will write down the requirement like this, and they'll give you this number. There, every Jira requirement will have a number. So they will give you that number. You can see in this image. The numbers are displaying. They are not. Yeah, you can see in this image there is a number here. So they will give you the requirement number, okay, and you have to work on that requirement. You have to open and you have to work. You can see here it is written ECDM 54, ECDM 124. So they will write down the requirements and they will give you the story number. You have to work on it. So generally Jira is a tool where they log the requirements and developers have to open that, read it and build it. Okay. So in small companies, you need not again buy a tool like Jira. In Pega itself, you can you can create a story, write down your requirement, upload screenshots, upload video. If there is any defect, they can do it here. So in Pega itself, you can do it. No need to explicitly use Jira tools and all. Similarly, dependent on the current work and some kind of testing tools we have here. Okay, and at the bottom, whatever is your all debugging tools and performance tools, how your application is performing and all that you can check. And this is for disabled people. You know, we use it. You learn all that later. Generally, we don't use this much. Okay, this is like for people who have certain type of blindness. Okay, some colors are not visible to them and all. For that, for for those kind of testing, we use this. This is not generally used in day-to-day life. Okay, and system information you can see. Suppose somebody came and asked you, hey, on which server did you log in? How will you know which server did you log in? In real time, the same Pega software will be installed on multiple servers. Okay, so which server if you did you log in means how will you know? You only hit the URL and you log in. You don't know on which server you logged in. So here the information will come. Okay. Now this is my personal machine, so my name is coming. But generally in real time, your server information will come. Your memory size and all that information will come here. You can use this. Which Pega version you can see here. All that you can see here. Okay. And at the top is a search bar just to search your rules. Okay. You can search your rules like this. Like this you can search the rules. Okay, here we call something called as checkouts, which we'll be learning later. Okay, and okay, if you want to learn anything about Pega, you can directly jump to Pega community here. Okay, you can even click on what's new and see what is new in Pega 8 or what is new in Pega 24. You can learn from here. Okay, if you want, you can use it, but generally we don't learn from here. We directly go to Pega's official website and we learn. Just in case if you want to use, you can use it. Okay, and in the center of the screen you see guardrail warnings. See, this is a very famous interview question. Even yesterday when I was doing an interview, they asked me, what are guardrail warnings? Guardrails, what is guardrails? Guardrails means best practices. Okay, see, let's say for example you bought an electronic device, so they will have some guardrails, right? This is how you have to use it, this is how you have to on it, this is how you have to use it, this is how you have to shut it down. So similarly, when Pega gave you their tool, their software, Pega tells you how to use Pega. Okay, so if you're not following those rules and if you're designing as you wish, warnings will come. Okay, so warnings are again of three types: severe, moderate, information. Information means just for your info. Moderate means, hey, it is going to impact the performance of the application to some extent, be careful. Severe means it is going to impact the performance in a severe way, make sure you do not do such things. So these type of warnings will come when you click on the number. It will show you in which rule you made a mistake, what mistake you did, and which developer made the mistake. Everything will show up here, so you need to fix it. Okay,
This is
so
usually when we do upgrade the Pega, then we need to make sure everything's zero,
not
right?
only during upgrade, even every single development, you got a new story, you worked on it. If you introduced warnings, it is not good, right? So before we deploy the code for every single requirement, we have to make sure you did not introduce any new warnings. You have to fix them. And if these warnings keep increasing, every application will have some security score. That security score will come down. If the security score is below 90, you're not supposed to put the application in production. So we have to make sure that you are not introducing any warnings. Follow Pega's best practices. Don't develop as you wish. Okay. And in certain companies, even managers monitor these warnings. Okay. So if there are any warnings, it is going to impact your performance as well. So please make sure you fix the warnings when you develop anything new.
So how to access this screen, guardrail warning screen? How
A
to?
home screen itself, in the home itself, it is coming. We don't need to do anything. In the home, it will come. When you
Okay.
just log in into Pega, in the home, it is there.
Okay.
Okay. So that's it for the day, guys. Do you guys have any questions?
Okay, Nikhil, I have a doubt. Actually, guardian warnings means it is a warning sign. That's it, right? It is a warning sign. Before you develop an program, it is a warning signs.
It
That's
is a
it, right?
warning. Yeah, it is a warning. That's it. It is not going to stop you. But if these warnings keep increasing, the performance of the application will come down. Someday, maybe your application will be
Yeah.
down and users will not be able to
Oh,
log in or they'll face latency issues. Various issues will come. So, in day one itself, you have to fix it. So, every developer,
yeah.
when they do coding, you have to fix your warnings. Don't deploy the code with warnings.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay. Ratna, you have something for me?
Yeah. Hi, Nikhila. What is the severe and moderate and informational? What is the you seeing the guardrail warnings? What is the severe,
Which one?
moderate? In
Just
guardrail warnings,
Array, it is
yeah.
self-explanatory, me, right? Severe means
Okay.
very severe, means most major impact. It is going to, the impact is high. Moderate means like okay, to some extent the application is impact. Information means just for your info. So if you have just, let's say for example, you have created X rule in Pega. Pega says please don't use X rules. Please use a replacement Y. It's like just for your information. Please try to avoid this in the near future. Just for your info.
Yeah.
Moderate is
Okay.
like, to some extent, "Arey, this is impacting the application." Severe is like right away you have to fix it, kind of. So just the impact. What is the impact? Moderate, severe, like that.
Yeah. Thank you, Nikhila.
Okay. Yes, Philip, you have something?
Yeah, so the class is only lasts like an hour, 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, let me tell you. So we have sessions on every. So sessions will be conducted on every Friday morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., which is for 2 hours. Okay. And then we have sessions on every Saturday and Sunday, which is from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., which is 3 plus 3, which is 6 hours. So total per week we are connecting 8 hours. Now why am I wrapping up the session? It is still day one, right? And none of you had the software installed, and it is too much overload for you if I teach you a lot of theory. Initial 4 to 5 days, it has a lot of theory to be taught. And from the fifth session we'll start practical, where theory and practical will go hand in hand, and we'll be taking some breaks in between and we'll do it. Okay, so as it is a first session, it is for 1.5 hour only. And first week we'll have session only for 1 day. Second week we'll have sessions for 2 days, and third week onwards 3 day sessions we'll do. Which means this week we have session only for today. Tomorrow you will not have any session, and next session is again on next Saturday. Okay, and Sunday. After that week we'll have sessions on all Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now why so much gap? everybody has to install the software. Okay, so I'll give you the software and you have to install it. Now at least 20 to 30% of the people will run into issues, maybe laptop configuration issue or xyz issues they'll be run into, and they'll not be able to install it. So I want everybody to fix the installation issues and be ready before the hands-on starts, because if you lag the practicals at least by day or two, this lag is going to impact throughout the training. Okay, so please make sure you install the software and be ready by next Saturday. Okay, and any installation issues, reach out to me. I'll Okay, so generally we do 8 hours per week. Only the initial two sessions will be like one session first week and two sessions second week, because there's a lot of theory to be covered, and people not will not be in a position to take so much of theory for 3 hours. So we'll limit it just to make you comfortable.
I have a
Okay.
question regarding the installation. So on the website it says the RAM should be around 8 GB. So what do you suggest, like with respect to back, like for
The
it to
same
run
thing.
smoothly?
Yes,
8.
guys, you need Windows laptop only, no iOS. Okay, if you're using iOS, you have to install VM. Inside VM, you have to put Windows and you have to install it. Now, minimum of 8 GB of RAM is mandatory. Minimum 8 GB is mandatory for us. And processor i5 or above is something we need. Otherwise, it will be very slow for you. Okay, so this is the configuration we need. And Windows 64-bit, just in case if somebody is from a non-IT background and you're buying a new laptop, please do not buy 32-bit operating, I mean, like, please do not install 32-bit OS. Windows 64-bit is what we need. Okay, so this is system requirement: i5 processor, minimum 8 GB RAM, and Windows 64-bit operating system. Srujan, you have something for me?
Yeah, hi Nikhila.
Hey.
So, if a person is an business analyst or a business
Mhm.
system analyst who is working for an application which is built using the Pega, so do you
Mhm.
prefer to do a certification which is system?
CPBA. No,
Yeah, system.
CPBA is for the BS. For BS, it is CPBA. Pega
Okay.
Business Architects. It's not
So,
CSA, and CWSA is not for BS.
even if he needs some technical knowledge because he might be functionally strong but not technically,
Yeah,
so
see, it is
so in
your
that.
choice, man. Who stops us from doing certification? See, I'm a developer. If I want to do CPBA, I'll go and do it. So
Okay.
if you want to do, if you gain knowledge, you can do it. Nobody is stopping us from doing
But
it.
so the business architect certification would be the preferred one for
That
him.
is based on your role. But if you want to gain some, but if you're a functional analyst and you want to gain some technical knowledge as well, go for CSA at least. CSA is more than sufficient for you.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I have some question in the chat. Like somebody's asked me, don't limit the interview questions to 25. Even if I give more than 25, you will not use them, man. Because the older recordings will not be of any help. Only the last 10 to 50 will be of useful to you. Okay. Okay. Even if I give so many, each recording is like 40 minutes to 1 hour. If you want, I can give you, but I'm just telling it will not be of that use. Take only the latest 10, 15, which will be of use, of help to you. Now, there's another question in the chat. When we upgrade to version 24, where GenAI will be introduced, what kind of challenges? What kind of challenges? See, every time you upgrade, you will come across some of the other challenges. It depends. I can't say that, because depending upon what rules are deprecated, because depending upon what came new, challenges will come. Some rules will not work. So we need to open and fix them. It happens with every upgrade. So what I can't say that, Jyoti, because it depends upon the current project. If you have lots of customization, there will be a lot of upgrade work as well. Okay, so it depends. Okay, so every day after the session, the recordings will be shared to you in the Google Classroom. Okay, those who have already enrolled for the training, you will receive the Google Classroom link on your email ID. Okay, so you can access the recording over there. Okay, and please make sure, do not miss the live session, guys. Stay, although you get the recordings, please do not miss the live, because live is more interactive. The content gets into your brain just like that. Okay, and again when you use the recording and practice it, it's a double learning for you. So just because you're getting recording, please do not rely on them. Sit at your home or sleep and don't do such kind of things. As much as possible, try to attend the live sessions. See, every batch, what I see in the beginning, I have like 100, 120 students. By the end of the training, I see only 30, 40 in the sessions. By the end of the, so in the 30, 40 only, I'll have the maximum people getting placed immediately after training. So if you want to be in that list, try to be a part of the live session. Okay, otherwise I give the same content to everyone, I deliver the same training to everyone. If some of you are getting placed right away after the training and some are not doing it, it's purely in your hands. Yes, Ratna, you have something for me?
Yeah, you told me that record sessions are available in Google Classroom. So what about theory part?
Everything in the Google Classroom only. Theory,
Oh,
software, sample resumes, proxy call recordings,
okay.
everything that I'm going to give you is all in Google Classroom only.
Yeah, thank you, Nikhila.
Okay, so
Hello, Nikhil.
yes, please. Yes, you're on.
Actually, I didn't enroll. Can I enroll if I get
Let's,
if I get a recording?
you can connect. Yes, and after you enroll, you'll get the recordings. Please connect with me offline. We'll talk about this.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Okay.
Okay. Just a second,
Uh,
guys. Yeah, please.
yeah, yeah, Nikhila, one small doubt. So just
hmm
today's session is good, but one small doubt is like, do we have some collaboration? Like, so when the project is assigned, multiple functionalities are assigned to the teams, right? Like how we do in Java. Like the Pega supports collaboration, like different
Collaboration with
functionalities
whom?
can be. I mean,
Collaboration with other applications you're asking?
no, no, no.
Or
In the same
different
project
teams
only, like
collaborating?
no, no, no. Like in the same project, there will be a multiple functionalities that will be developed, right? Like how we push a source code into the GitHub or Bitbucket.
That's
Like,
what I'm
is
saying.
integration? Yeah.
Integration is possible, but in Pega, we don't need this GitHub, Bitbucket, Horizon. We don't need all these things. Within Pega,
Okay.
only we'll do check-ins, commits, deployments, everything happens. Integration, if you're talking
Okay.
about SOAP, REST, JMS kind of things, yes, those are all possible. We send emails in Pega, we connect to external systems in Pega, we work with Excel, CSVs, PDFs, Word documents, so all these kind of things in Pega. We do reporting in Pega, we do deployments in Pega. So it's like a one-stop solution. Anything that we require in an application, we do everything in Pega.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
So just to keep the vibe high, I want to share you some of the feedbacks or reviews you can see. Look at these guys things. See, look at the packages they are getting after the trend. This is from my Google reviews. I'm pulling it. Okay, so she got 17 lakhs package. Okay, you can see many. This is like, sorry. So you can see people just get cleared after the training, right away after the training. They keep doing it. This person got placed in Virtusa. So you can see. Okay, in fee. Okay, so like this, it all depends on the person. Okay, I provide training the same way to everybody. Now it's all in your hands. You can see 90 to 95%, they got hike. Okay. So you can just even check my Google reviews. See, you can see this person got double promotion. Okay. These are all my success stories from the previous batches. 20 lakhs. You will even see some people who got more than 35 as well, which was even a shocking to me. You can see multiple offer letters. I just want to tell you one thing. I train the same way to everybody. Now it's in your hands how you make use of it. So please make sure be a part of live session. Be the most active person in the WhatsApp group and in the training. Any questions, anything you didn't understand, feel free to ask me. Okay, and continue this dedication till the end of the training. Okay, you will only have dedication in the initial 1 month. After that, it's like no show in the sessions. Don't do that. Okay, please try to be the most active person in the group and the training. You will achieve what you're dreaming of right now. Okay. Yes, Kishore, from the day one of the training, they are 8 months. And after that, if you need, you will get extended access on paid basis. We'll talk about it offline. Okay, guys, we are at the top of the hour. Any questions before we log off? For those who paid, please drop me your Gmail ID. I'll share you the Google Classroom link with all the content, like the proxy call recordings, materials, video, XYZ, whatever I'm promising to give, all that will be shared to you right away. Those who want to enroll, please ping me to know the enrollment process. Okay, no questions?
Next session is next Friday.
Next session is on next Friday at 7 a.m. IST. You will receive a reminder before every session. Okay, so I'll just keep you reminding till you get habituated.
Next session on Saturday, right?
Sorry, it's on Saturday. You're right. Sorry. On Saturday and Sunday next week we have. After that, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, slowly we'll take the pace.
Yeah, so are you going to share the zip file to all the peoples or who already enrolled?
Who enrolled will receive the zip file and they can start with the installation.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, guys. Any other questions? Feel free to reach me on WhatsApp. Okay. And I'll create a WhatsApp group most probably from next week. We'll maintain the group for all the enrolled people, and you can start forming groups and start practicing as per your time zone. Okay, you have somebody in the same time zone, just patch up with them and start doing a group practice. So it helps you more. Okay, any other questions before we log off? Okay, thank you so much, guys. See you in the next session. Bye bye.